I'm ready. Yes. Welcome on in. You found it one more time with me, your humble and gracious player host, Bank 60s. It's Alternate History Gaming. Thank you, YouTube fans, friends, new recruits, and veterans of this channel who continue to stop in, offer your feedback, your encouragement, your patronage. I don't know what to call it, but your time, for sure. Thank you so much. We're getting back into our playthrough of Stones River tonight. I feel like I'm feeling a little goofy. Starting the stream, we're just dive right on in, man. If you're a fan of the channel, appreciate you. Smash that thumbs up button for me. Appreciate you again. And thank you all those who are rolling in with the subscriptions. That's huge, man. We're going to pause it right up here. And then, of course, hype the channel. Tell your friends. Everybody who is a groggy nut that you know who has not gotten in on the fun here at Alternate History Gaming, and particularly this Battle of Stones River playthrough, they oughta, according to me anyway. We're going to continue with this momentarily. So do subscribe for me. I appreciate you. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to enlarge myself for this. So there is something I wanted to go through before we jump too far into the next part of the battle. And it was a post on, I think it was the first stream, by the creator of this scenario. AHG resides in China, and all of the gratitude that there can be to him for giving us the ability to enjoy a replay of an alternate history version of the Battle of Stones River. You can see we've already fought until about 9 a.m. or thereabouts, 9:15, and you can't see on your screen right there, but that is what you can see in front of you. And there was a post from ASD that mentioned how he regretted a little bit the way that the AI was behaving here in the remastered version of the game, and also about how the objectives weren't quite working as intended, I would say. I noticed, without saying anything about it, a little bit of this early in my playthrough, and I think the first thing that I will do to emphasize what he's discussing or talking about with regard to the victory points is go to me, and you can see I've already got close to 30,000 points. That really doesn't reflect what you see with the eye test. And then also what you see with the actual objective points themselves. So let's just move me over a bit. You can get a better look at what we've got here on the map, okay? So it's important to remember that when, think back to the sandboxes that I showed you guys, I don't know what it was, a week or two ago, and how there was a difference between these objectives that have the little tan box around them and the ones that don't. These are generally your main hold objectives. Usually, these little stars out here are your what are called waypoint objectives. What happened here is that when ASD was making the scenario, I'm almost sure of it, and without asking him, I'm going to go ahead and take liberty to say so, is that for one reason or another, he just had a hard time keeping these as waypoint objectives. And then also, part of what that complicates is the AI's thinking about what's going on. Each time I took this ground and here, I should have only been able to stay on there for a little while, and then the waypoint objective goes away and is no longer on the map anymore. And what that would have helped is to somewhat replicate the Union withdrawal to new lines of defense around new objectives further on back, deeper into their defensive line and into these woods. And so What we're not quite getting, I would say, is maybe the maximal historical representative scenario of the Union falling back in panic, as was the case early on in the Battle of Stones River with McCook's Corps out on the right when the Confederate assault began. In our playthrough here, the Union troops have been a little more staunch in their defense all through here. And their cavalry has been the same way. Historically, the Union cavalry pulled back pretty quick, and the Confederate cavalry was able to make pretty quick progress. In our battle here, partially because some of these, what were supposed to be waypoint objectives, were left there on the map as hold objectives and don't go away, means that in the AI's brain here in the remastered version, they're still thinking about, well, let's go get those objectives. Let's go attack. So here's the reason why I want, this is an appeal directly to ASD right here on the stream. And I wanted to take some time with this right off the top before we jump into the action. And so I appreciate anybody who is sticking around for this. And it's important, I think, to know about the game, is that I'm an alternate history gaming guy. We try to recreate history, but we can't. So it's alternate. I say it in the beginning of every video that I post. That's one of that's one of the phrases and the taglines for the channel. And I personally, I'm fine with this not going the way that it really went. I mean, I hope it doesn't cause us some crazy, unrealistic problems with our playthrough here. But as a fan of things not going exactly the way they really did, I'm excited to continue these next, I think it's 8 hours of battle, to just see how this goes. I mean, as the Confederate Army, the way that it's going right now, it sure doesn't feel like I'm going to be able to even get close to making the kind of progress that was made historically. And I mean, honestly, that's kind of the point. That's kind of the point. You know, we don't know as much as these dudes did, right? So it's kind of the point anyway. And so that's fine. And I just want to make sure, ASD, you understand it's not a problem. Now, here is where it is just a little problematic, and not in like a bad way. What it does confuse is the points results. Since these are supposed to be waypoint objectives, and I was really only supposed to gain 100 points right here, and I'll try to point at that better, so you can see right there that I've got 100 points that I could get, and you can just follow my mouse, of course. And then if it was a waypoint objective, it would go away, and all I would get is 100 points. Now, I would say this one, that's just a 10-pointer waypoint objective, is probably one where it's like it stayed open for 10 minutes as a waypoint objective and at least gained me 100 points. So I could give myself 200 points for taking those objectives. I could give myself another 100 points for taking this one and another 100 points for taking that one, and you could call this 400 points. Here, Sheridan, you could give me another 100 points for 500 total points if you wanted to try to entertain these ideas, right? So if I were to take Harding House, count that as 600 points. Or perhaps we figure it a little bit differently, and we may wait until we get to the end of the battle to do that. And what we'll have the ability to do is really to kind of come up with something. ASD, I'll give you credit. What you've kind of given us the ability to do here is we won't be strapped so tightly to the points result in the way that we think about the outcome of this playthrough. And I'll be able to say, like, well, look, this doesn't look like a victory, or, you know, this doesn't look like an outright defeat. And we could get some conversation going in the comments about more involving all that. So I'm actually kind of stoked that it's going this way, and I don't have a problem with it whatsoever. So that's where I wanted to start with. Second of all was to just go through really quickly, and I'll unpause the game now, right here. And is to just kind of go through what I think I need to do. I need to get to where I can move off all the Union troops that are clogging me. I think I need to push in the center. I think my push on the flank is just about finished. So I think I want to drag these guns now out to here. And we're going to accept a lull here if we can get one. Let's go ahead and let's move these skirmishers up here. Let's get this battery on the move. Right there. All right. We were beginning to reform McCown's division, which is really battered, badly. His troops are in pretty rough shape. We're basically just going to set up a picket line in the woods out here right now. And we'll take up these woods. We'll have the artillery be the stopgap. And we'll just keep this cavalry ready to go. Right there. And then I'm thinking maybe I take these fellas. Let's go ahead and let's take these fellas and let's bring them over here. Oh, preacher. Hey, buddy. Welcome on in, man. I hope all is feeling well and festive where you are. Oh, look at here. The Union's going to come across the field towards us here. Oh my gosh. We're down to bare minimums with artillery ammo here a little bit. Shoot. Okay. Claiborne's supply wagon. We need to get it in here. Right. That's McCown's supplies. Let's bring it here. Santa Carolina. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas and welcome in. Love that you guys are all coming to hang. See, you got the Yankees pushing back here. They're not going to give us a lull. Not the way we'd like. Let's fall back. Yeah, we'll let them, if they want to come into these woods, fine with them doing that. All right. Cheatam's ammo supply wagon needs to get over here quick as it can. Find your way through those woods, guy. Benji, where the hell are we supposed to drive this wagon? I can see the gun smoke, but I don't know where the cannon actually are. We gotta go through these woods like this? Oh my god. It's spooky in here. Benji driving the wagon. Let's double time. Get on the run with these guys. Now, if they want to go ahead and do that, they're probably baiting us a little bit there. Lay it on down. Oh, God, these guys have been losing troops to artillery fire all freaking morning. I hate it. Those are, you know, that's casualties that start to add up after a while, man. I'm going to take these regiments, and I want to link in a little bit here. Okay, I think it's time for us to take more of Cheatham's troops back here. Donaldson's brigade. Let's bring him up. That's just about perfect. We'll have this group of artillery. I tell you what, there's some high spots in these woods. Like right up here. I'd like to think we could get a bunch of guns up there, get them shooting. I really want to saturate the center of the map. Get those enemy troops ducking for cover. Get those Yankees running for cover. I think we may want to try to get some of these guns closer to over here, though, so that they're not too far away from Cheatham's other batteries. Oh, that's right. I need to go. Boop. Thank you for reminding me. Bonk. My green screen is not as well lit as, yeah, whatever is showing in the middle of the screen, by the way. Yes, shoot. Okay. Bingo. Take care of that. Just like that. Thank you. Thank you for the note. We'll be editing out some of that when we do the video recuts. Let's take the road. Or no, actually. Let's not. Are they going to go through the freaking water, though? That will not be good. So let's go ahead and let's deal with this. We'll take the road. Here's the problem. They're going to go all the way up here. Which is absolutely not what we want them to do. Here's what we're going to have to do. Skill challenge. We're going to have to remember to come and grab them. It's going to take them maybe 3 minutes to get over there. Let's deploy these guns. Thank you for that note, by the way, Preacher. A little embarrassed at my green screen situation, I won't lie. It's lighting, and you know, I'm not in the mood to spend a whole bunch of money on that unless I absolutely have to. All right, let's go ahead and make sure once again that we are all loaded up with these guys. We're giving McCown's troops a rest, but at least initially it seems like maybe there's nobody out there. I'm not sure I trust it. Yeah, I'll do a little role play, right? You know, like a general getting reports back that, so I don't think there's any Yankee infantry over here, just these artillery cannon. Get a note back to the general, we can keep pushing over here. Right? Again, thank you for the note about the green screen. I'm self-conscious about that, for sure. Still figuring out tech stuff. Still figuring out tech stuff. All right, let's run by these guys again. Very good. Very good. All right. Let's take it nice and slow. Here we go, boys. So, anyone here who is expecting to see a major action heading into the mid-morning, we are probably going to spend a little more time on administrative tasks. That's what I am expecting. So we're going to just have ourselves, maybe we'll just have ourselves a little goofy fun here as we run around and reposition the army for the next attack. I think we've got some of those troops from Cheatam that coming up. That's good. We need these troops to come over here. Got a few of them killed right there. Oh, come on. 10th and 19th South Carolina Infantry. They are off to the rear. Shit. Okay, Manigault's Brigade. In rough shape, down to 3 regiments. And 3 regiments only. Okay, I'd say we're not quite there yet. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's get this infantry brigade on the move. Stewart's brigade, good brigade. We'll get them in behind. Right about there. So we still have, and you know, we're kind of working brigade by brigade. Don't think we're going to have the chops for a major. Offensive. Just don't know about that. Is there Yankee infantry out here? These guns would see them. It's telling me that there's a bunch of Yankees out here. Huh. That's funny. There are not. Let's get these guys up on the house. Let's get these guys out here. Well, I'll be darned. Looks like they don't have anybody over here. Not in these woods, anyway. Dang me. Dang me. We'll let Hector take it. Right. Take him off of TC. Keep him on. Hector. Why don't you just come on up here with your boys and form line. And that'll be dandy. We'll have each of the regiments go ahead and get in column. Column. Here you see, are we getting hit by something? What are we getting hit by? Oh, the cannons have turned on the Yankees right here. Very good. I like that. I like that just fine. And we'll bring McCown's supply wagon back over here. Road, please. All right, now we need to get back to here. We remembered! Oh, perfect. Sometimes I impress myself. All right. Position some artillery right there. Dude, Preacher. Yeah, my sympathies, my man. It's a tough one. If Grouchy doesn't show up, I don't know how you win. So tell me what you did. I meant to ask you that. You said you were reserving the old guard for the Prussians, right? Or you were reserving the whole guard, young guard and old guard for the Prussians. Tell me more about. Tell me again. Remind me again what it was you were doing there. How did you start the battle? Is a question that I had. I'm fascinated because I've played the French twice. I recorded it and produced it once. That's when I did like 2 or 3 years ago. And my strategy was really a pushing in the center, taking L'Haisson and then pushing in the center with 2nd Corps and 6th Corps and 1st Corps to kind of take that high spot near the ridge, the center high ground, and just get some guns up on there, and then push Hougoumont from the inside out. And then I left about 3 divisions of 1st Corps plus the Young Guard and all of my cavalry from Superville, Pajol, the Milaud's whole cavalry corps, the Young Guard cav, all of that, plus 3 divisions of 1st Corps and the Young Guard pushing against the Prussians in a terribly bloody affair out there on that flank, by the way. And then I took the old guard and I just moved them pretty much straight up the center, and they pushed from, and then Grouchy came on, and it all, it was all mop up from there. So how did you approach it? Did you go historical, straight at Hougoumont and then the rest as was done historically? I was curious to ask you about that before. Yeah, it looks like all these question marks are up here for netting. These two, maybe? Tough to tell. But I'd say also that we get... is it time? I don't think it's time yet to pull Cheatam's troops. Or are these more Withers' troops? Yes, Withers and Cheatam. So I would say Vaughn's brigade, I'm betting we could get away with bringing them to here. Double line. And then here, I want to just take him and I want to form. Oh, he's an artillery commander? Where are your guns, sir? Wow, what are you guys doing? Let's go right here. Get those guns moving there. Excellent. All right, we re-upped on ammo all across the board. Good, 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 good. Excellent. These troops will get shot up pretty good. You got Loomis, Polk, Johnson, Wood, Liddell, that's Claiborne. And then you got McCown that's able to continue extending the left flank out here. Artillery holding the left center. And I would put these guys on an order to... Let's have them target artillery. They already are, so... Good, good. No target and weapon range? What? What? Okay. 12-pound cannon. Yep, yep, yep. Okay. So they're all counter battery firing there. Polk's in a standoff with some Union troops. Here we got a whole Union division that's marched up. One of them was one of the brigades already in place, but I'd love to just saturate this area with cannon fire for a while. All right, nice. We can see and shoot from there. Excellent. Yeah, you can see here, this casualty differential is not the best. So what you would count there in terms of points is over 1,500, like 1,800 points for the Union. And if you take that and combine it with the score I kind of came up with doing the waypoint objectives before, I'd have maybe, you know, 600 points or so, maybe 1,000. So right now I'm down. I'm actually down 800 or so points, and it's all due to casualties. ASD in the house, hey! Okay. The thing I mentioned, so many folks have seen the short I put out earlier today about how I'm a big skill issue guy, yeah? Well, there was a bug I found in the scenario about how artillery was just getting too friendly with one of the buildings around the battlefield, and that was kind of a funny little bug, but very fixable. ASD says that he came in and fixed it. How about that? How about that? Okay, we got... okay, we need more ammo. Okay. Now we're settled into a lull. I wager this won't be the most popular episode. But be one of a much needed break for the Confederate Army. Because that's a big clump of dudes right there, and they've got a lot of artillery backup to boot. Quite a lot here. Let's detach 100 men, skirmish unit. Let's do the same thing here. Let's get a picket line out. We'll start messing with some of this cannon over here. So I would say, as I'm looking at what I want to do here, I want to make absolutely sure that we don't have anything out here that would cause us trouble. Go ahead and we'll get these troops on the move. Rather, McNair's brigade. Pink ponk. Ah. And that was on the left. Or was that in the center? Talking to you, preacher. I just saw your text about your Waterloo playthrough. When you say the farmhouse, you mean Hougoumont? And right now, we're just taking some time. See if we can't get our artillery to even up the casualty score a little bit here. Now, nice job. Like, artillery will, yeah, do a whole bunch of the work for you, you know. And now I see why the differential, the casualty differential was so wide. 13,000 more casualties. That's nice work. It's too bad Grouchy never showed up. All right, we're all good there. So, where is McCown himself? He's got only barely 2,000 men left in his division. He's down to 50%. You know, that's not great. You know, any normal fighting day, a division at 50% would be considered usually done for the day. All right, looks like we routed a Union unit that was standing firm here. Good. By the way, God damn it, are we still somehow losing more troops? I don't think so. Let's just triple check that our guys aren't getting themselves shot over here for no good reason. Lay down. Everybody lay down over here. Not quite. All right, so the plan will be here. Pretty sure it's best for us to just launch part of... Oh, looky here. Hello. More artillery back around this way. I think we should go ahead and launch these Cheatam's division troops. But I would have to get these guys across here. This little creek is a pain in the butt. You'd have to take another 30, 45 minutes to deploy more troops to this side of the creek. I think it's going to be on Claiborne's troops. And then these two brigades of Cheatam to make this assault. And then in concert with Claiborne out of the woods over here. I think we'll step off at about 10 is the plan here. Yeah, did the eye test tell you I always try to think of like what would be the result? Would Napoleon pull back? Would Wellington and Blucher have pulled back? Do you think both armies would have stayed there and maybe fought a day two or something like that? If you feel like it was an inconclusive fight at the very least, you know, fighting to a draw is certainly perfectly fine with me. I remember when I did my Antietam playthrough here in this game, that it was there. I want to say there was a how long was it? It might have been a 90-minute lull. after the main attack from Hooker and the partial attack from 12th Corps. We had a pretty big long lull in that battle, if I remember that right. But yeah, I think we'll go ahead and let's get Polk reformed here. Let's put him here. Let's get him an assault column. And we're just going to end up pushing with Claiborne's troops all out through the woods here. Big assault. Cheatam's troops across the field with Loomis and Manigault in support. And we're going to eject the Union troops from this high ground here so that we can get some artillery up there and reform the army and take this part of the battle line. Try to drive them back to here, Blanton House. Maybe we'll be able to push through to there. By the way, this is Sheridan's division out here, one of his brigades anyway. Schaefer, I think this is Sheridan's division. I might have had that wrong in my earlier mentionings. Too bad. Bad intel. uh-huh. This objective would be 100, 100, 100. You know, I'm gaining a ton of points, 100 a minute from having this one. You know. Maybe not the most representative, right? I just cannot believe how resilient this cavalry unit, specifically this one, has been. Ay, ay, ay. Tell you what, I think we're gonna take Polk and let's bring him back. Let's just bring them back. He'll be the reserve brigade of the push out of the woods here. Once again, getting a little low. You can run through that artillery ammunition pretty quick. McCown's got 2 divisional supply wagons? No way. You itch my back. Well, I hear you about being too aggressive. At least when you're Napoleon's army. Easy to be too aggressive. There you go. B. Dalton, welcome on in. Love having you in, man, as usual. Once we get these guys to run, should be in better shape, god darn it. Should be. Okay. So, I would say we're getting real close to just going ahead and stepping off with this thing. We do need to get this ordnance supply wagon moving though. You go ahead and come on through the battery. These guys need ammo. Yeah, all these guys do. Want to get everybody loaded up before we do this thing. Right here. Okay, we're going to need to go. Do we have any more supply wagons on this side of this creek? I feel like we don't. Here we go. We got this one for Breckenridge. No, don't go there. Silly. We're getting points for that? Oh, I didn't know that. We've been getting points for that this whole time. Nice. Alright, so we swept everybody out of here pretty much. And we'll get these guys now. Boom. Wood, fresh brigade. Let's send him out. Single line. Double line. Take command back of everybody, alright. Okay. Let's move this formation forward 500 yards. We'll let the AI stop when it wants to. And Liddell's brigade. It's going to be out here in a line. And then we will bring Cheatham's troops up. Same kind of way. Let's go forward 1,000 yards. Rather, let's pick him. All right, let's do Donaldson and let's go ahead and let's bring him straight up through here. And let's get in line. And let's take Stewart's brigade. Bring them forward. In line. Here we go. Oh, B, you've missed out a ton. Absolutely. It has all the historical battles. 100%. Yeah, ASD, that's a good note. Van Cleve's attack, you know, it's one of those that can kind of, you can kind of have it happen or go without it. Either one. And be okay with it because it ended up getting canceled anyway. So Van Cleve's division over this way made an attack but ended up getting recalled because of what was going on over here. Hey, cannon over here. Interesting. Let's go try to interrupt that. Big assault coming forward now through the woods with Claiborne's troops on the attack. The two that I'm going to put on AI command sooner rather than later, I'd say, are going to be these two brigades from Claiborne. Take off command, everybody there. We're going to let that go a little while longer as we drive back these troops. They see what's coming. Yankees on the run, boys. We got them on the run. Man, running off. They see what's coming their way. Probably better to head for higher ground. These guns probably need more ammo. Yep. Reformed a little to the rear there. Okay, now let's get Loomis forward. Let's move the formation forward 500 yards. Got ourselves mixed up here. Let's help them. Okay. Yeah, a little, you know, confusion of war. That's what I file this under, and it's got to do with the way that the formation is going to end up when it gets up there. We'll probably want to take Anderson's brigade here and just have him move ahead in support. All right, Wood. Attack. Johnson. Attack. Polk. Rather, Liddell. Attack. Excellent. Gonna have these boys falling back. Take the 17th Tennessee. Double time. (16th Alabama). We're going to come a little closer here. Attacking out of the woods, Battle of Stones River. It's going to get hot now, man. (17th Tennessee over here is going to grab this flank. We're going to get nice and close. 40 yards away. Go, go, go. Boom. Ready? Volley fire. So I'm not sure they can see us over here. They didn't refuse their flank in time. Oh, yeah, there we go. Volley fire. Oh, yeah, artillery coming in 202. Off they go. Hit them. Yeah, try to get a few of them as they go away. Go ahead. Fire at will. Fire at will. Forward. Back to AI command. I would say Liddell should come after these guns up here with some skirmishers. Advancing there. Coming out of the woods. Coming out of the woods over here. Let's get Manigault out of the woods. We'll go ahead and keep him in his assault columns for that advance anyway. Give the artillery something to shoot at that isn't our main advance. All right. We're on an attack, right? Everybody's attacking. Everybody's attacking the Harding house. Oof, over the ground of the fallen. What a grand assault we have going here, baby. Oh, yeah. Yes. Pushing these guns back with skirmishers. I love it. I love to see it. We're on the advance everywhere. Here's Anderson's brigade. I'm thinking maybe we could go ahead and get them involved. They're shaking out some troops now. Let's do this. Clean this up a bit. Clean it up for the video. Loomis, get you into your attack. Holy smokes, we've got a massive Confederate advance in the center of the battle line. Holy smokes. Okay. This is about to get real. I want to believe it'll get real for the Yankees sooner than for anybody. Sheridan's, this is Sheridan's division. The early division was Davis, by the way. Correction, I'll put that in the final video. You guys, get in the firing line. Gonna get the 44th Tennessee up in the firing line here. Looks like we already got some of the troops headed for the rear. Beautiful. Good there. Give him back to the AI. Let's see if we position these troops up here, it might make a difference. All right, off take command for you. Attack. Disjointed attack here. Little disjointed. But we've got the numbers. We've got the numbers. Excellent. Why don't you just go right here? Actually, why don't you just stop and go right here? Why don't you come out this way? Why don't you come out this way? Why don't you come out this way? We got support here. We'll just be kind of holding this side of the line of the attack. And we're taking the Harding house today, folks. Oof! Nasty canister fire right into here. Let's double time it up the ridge. With the 8th Tennessee Infantry and chaos to the rear. Canister into the ranks. Fire at those guns, damn it. Oh, ouch. Got those guys to run off. We need to keep going, boys. Ranks, the men stopped for a second. The 8th Tennessee Infantry taking some more canister to the teeth as they come forward. And now we're going to have to stop, fight it out with whoever that is. Snap. Holy snap. Oh! Ouch. Okay, the 16th Tennessee, we're going to form up assault column. Here we go. Right through here. Right in there, boys. Hang tight. Through here. Okay, we got their artillery moving back. That's good. All right, 16th Tennessee Infantry. Fresh troops. Gonna make the charge right here. Bloody. Let's try to get rid of these troops. Melee right at the ridge near the Harding house as we try to move this enemy division off the line and push the center. Right just after 10 a.m. here in the Battle of Stones River. It's where things get nasty. It's where things get real bloody. My God. Oh, yeah. I want to believe we're doing better than them. 4th Volunteer Quad, 25th Illinois. Ooh. Ooh, that's... feels like they might be getting the upper hand there. Let's have these guys charge the guns. Oh no, they'll reinforce over here. It's bloody melee. These guys need to advance another 100 yards. Hey, come on, boys. Another regiment joins in, the 8th Tennessee. We're going to go 2-on-1 in a melee right here. We've got the 81st Indiana that's going to run off. And the 25th Illinois. Looks like the 16th routed as a result of that melee. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, there's Manigault's troops. We're going to have to replace them in the line. Forward, boys. Forward, damn it. Open fire on those retreating troops. Hold the line over here, god dang it. Let's get a couple regiments up to help out. Let's get these guys moving. Double time. Double time. Wow, what an insane fight over here, man. Let's get up close. Let's get these guys up close on the flank. And the 35th Illinois Infantry is going to be getting hit from all over the place. Whew. Whew. This is intense stuff, man. Beautiful. Volley into the flank. Fall back. That was a good idea, Yankees. Oh my God, my heart is pounding. Let's go. Off take command for these guys. And these guys. Get guys moving ahead. Come on. Right here. We're just going to stand our ground on this side. Got him falling back here. Let's take this unit. Right here. Let's double quick forward. 25th Alabama Infantry Regiment. Well, skirmishers versus a line fight. That's a good question. In an assault like this, in an attack like I'm doing, I'm more than happy to go ahead and push forward in line, you know, with lines. When I know that it's going to be, I know where they are. I know I want to push with force and with numbers. Let's go ahead and let's get up close with these guys too. These guys 3. When I know that I may have an advantage in numbers too, then I'm just going to go ahead and get in line and I'm going to push the line. And I'm going to, you know, do all the things in the midst of that that send units rearward. And if there is a pretty strong enemy presence and I have the ammunition and the time to work with to send skirmishers forward first and get them engaged first and then bring the lines up behind them, I'll do that. And then there are some instances, this is a good example of an instance where there just aren't that many strong units that I could, I mean, you know, I could put out 50-man skirmisher units, I suppose, but those never end up working out great. Not usually, anyway. Holy smokes, we got a rout here from Loomis, the 25th Alabama, that came up close against fallback troops. Couldn't hold together their junk. So now it's going to be up to the 19th Alabama and the 22nd Alabama from Loomis. Let's go ahead. I keep him in an attack order, I think. Forming column right here. Let's get in here, boys. No. You don't have to go backwards. We'll file in right here and right here. Just so we can hold. We'll be pushing more on this end. How are we looking everywhere? Okay, these guns made it over here. That's not for the best. Canister goes out here. Well, we need to do something about that. We really just can't stand there and take it. We got 2, 3, 4 guns left up here. Let's advance. Take off TC. Here too. Here too. And here. Loomis's whole brigade that made this attack on these fallback troops has now been retreated. Son of a gun. Loomis had a big brigade. He was really only supposed to support all this. Alright, now these guys, come on out. 17th Tennessee, they've been in the fight since the very beginning. Gotta push these boys out of here, man. Come on. Now, if they can turn this flank, we'll be in trouble. No. Stay there. Oops. This supply wagon. Okay. We need to move this one again. Get this one back across the battery one more time. Like so. This supply wagon needs to not do what it's doing. And it needs to come back over here. Not sure what that was about. This one can come back across the formation here. God dang, these troops are really hanging on. Skirmishers right here. 6th and 7th Arkansas Infantry right here. You can get behind them, that'd be cool. Let's get up here with the 22nd Alabama. See if we can send these guys off for good. Advance. Okay, Manigault, you're going to go probe in here. Volley fire. Nope, okay, they're going to go fire at will instead. Let's fall back just like they're doing. Maybe it'll help us too. Bunch of Loomis's troops engaged now. Probably want to get Polk moving again. Maybe bring him over here. Oh gosh, if these guys were that hard to move away. Out of the woods, out of the woods. Let's go, boys. Come on. Drive these damned Yankees out of here. Let's go ahead and retreat these guys. Let's move forward with the 5th Arkansas. Let's come out with the 3rd Confederate Infantry Regiment. Not sure about that one. Let's retreat with the 8th Tennessee. Let's plug the gap with these units. 25th continues to hold. Oh, this is bizarre. Come on, boys. Let's just run right past this infantry unit, and let's see if we can't charge into these guns back here. With the 51st Tennessee. Ooh! Nice volley into the flank of that Yankee regiment. Another one. Charging into these guns right here. We'll capture them. Or into the rear of the unit. Looks like the rear of the unit. We'll retreat. Really didn't... I didn't want to melee with infantry there. Oh, it's getting hot. It's getting hot. These Yankees are stubborn. We got a new Yankee brigade over here. Or a recovered one that's going to guard that point. McCown over here still. Let's get back out in line. You two. And then McCown, where are you, dude? Get on up here with you guys. This is wild. Okay, there goes the 25th. Looks like they're routed. Advance. Advance. Let's go. Part of our problem may be getting out in the open. Let's see here. I think there's a chance that it may be a good idea. I think we maybe should load up these cannons and get them out here. I just rhymed. Did I mean to do it? You're absolutely right, I meant to do it. Let's get these guns out. Same kind of thing. Let's go. Okay, catching them in their little column formation there. Halt. You got the 81st Indiana. A lot of good Indiana troops out here. Hail Indiana. Hail the Hoosiers. Bloody and terrible out here. Let's see. What's the butcher's bill? Okay, so we're still behind in the casualty count. We really can only afford another 6,000 or so casualties. Push in the center. I do think we might want to take this cavalry and head here. Not a whole lot we're going to be able to do. I don't, you know, they're standing their ground. I don't have any artillery support right now. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot we can do out that way. Yeah, Vita, or ASD, yeah, I think that's you, man. I think that that also falls under the whole, like, it's just hard to try to recreate history. You know, 4 or 5 different attacks, they say, that happened with each of these brigades. If you follow what they said in the history books about it, you're going here, it's like, I don't think I could do 4 or 5 attacks in game here. It wouldn't be possible to do it that way. Let's go ahead and take charge here. Double time, boys. Double time. Right here. All right. Starting to surround him over here. Looks like this is looking all right. Let's go ahead and get moving forward. Here and here. 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 All across here. We're going sidestep. Boom. Wood. He's on the attack still. Good. Liddell on the attack. Loomis's brigade is the one that's just been chewed up. Where is he? Okay, we got Manigault in the action again. Kinda. Good. Got a leader that died there. Loomis, where are you? Okay, he's lost over half his strength now. Let's go ahead and let's get him out of the line of battle. Let's reform him again. Loomis, retreat and reform. Sheridan's division fighting us hard. Sorry to mention it twice. It'll be a little confusing. I'll try to correct it as much as I possibly can when we do the Battle Epic vids. Alright, here we go. Reform back here, fellas. Keep going. And an epic battle we have in the center as we try to drive off these Yankees. A little more artillery moving ahead here. I'm thinking we may be able to get away with bringing more forward over here. Let's take these guns. Let's start setting up out in this field. Why not? I don't think we can shoot much anymore from over this way. Let's do what we can do, eh? Get going. Let's get right up there. And, you know, it's pretty unrealistic, a little ahistoric to have guns crossing a creek. I think, you know, I think that the guns would have just taken the road, same as the wagon. And we'll have these boys in a nasty looking crossfire. We've got all of their guns out of here. We'll just need to surround these boys and saturate them with musket fire and death. Forward! Forward, goddammit! Woo! Battle of Stones River, bloody for the Rebs, man. When you're the attacker in Scourge of War, it can get pretty dicey. The Count may be out here. on his own, holding things. Okay, I think what we could do is take these troops that we've got back here. We could go ahead and start bringing them ahead. Get them out in this field too. Like we'll go boom with Maney's brigade. Assault columns with him. Vaughn's brigade. Boom. Assault columns for him. Yeah, all right. We'll have the artillery, the localized artillery superiority right here. Got a routed unit, 44th Tennessee Infantry. Well over 50% casualties. I think that's a loss resilience route. That's what that's going to be. Take these guys off of TC. Let them go and do what their general thinks that they should go and do. These boys kind of the same. Let's help these units out in their movements. Massed artillery here could be a problem. Let's lay down. The artillery was the big issue for the Confederates in history, the Union artillery. That was what killed a lot. I mean, you know, it probably is. I think even Rosecrans himself, after the battle, talked about how, oh my gosh, one of the regiments from Anderson's brigade is over here. Okay, yeah, he came out. Forward. Let's go ahead and do a screenshot right here. Even though I've been doing some of the AI jobs, I like to try to keep that in my back pocket. Yes. All these guns. '17th Tennessee finally routed from the field. Johnson's brigade. They had fought against, I think that was Davis's division for quite a while earlier. Claiborne is going to be tattered. Tattered. Tattered, I tell you. Whole bunch of Yankee artillery over here. Let's go mess with them. Let's split off another 100 men. No. Gotta come on. 100 men. Let's go mess with the guns. Oh, the death and destruction outside the Harding house. It is terrible. Terrible indeed as this Confederate assault continues up toward the Harding house. Can we push this end of the line all the way back to those woods and beyond? That is the question. It would appear they're breaking. (33rd) Alabama from Woods Brigade. Glad we've got Polk out here just in case. Let's get our supply wagon moving back across the battery there. Let's get this one moving over here to this battery, please. Whew. All right, casualties kind of coming on you know, a little bit better, just a teeny bit. Now we got a bunch of these Yankees in a bit of a turkey shoot. All right, off they go. Excellent. Come on, boys. Try to keep it going. Routed one of our skirmishers from the 8th. Did run off these guns, though. Mission accomplished. Got the Union turned around. As the morning's desperate fight continues. Holy smokes. The idea was a massed assault on the Harding House area in Sheridan's division right here. It is slowly but surely being accomplished and at pretty high loss, but we are, I think, doing a real good number on these Union troops up here too. This is working out pretty well. Beautiful. Beautiful and excellent. All right, we got the point now. Ah, fantastic. Let's clear this out. The next, like, it wouldn't, back to the question earlier about using, it wouldn't be bad to put skirmishers out front every chance you get. So as a matter of fact, boom, why don't we go ahead and do it right here. Try to use a little bit better tactics right here. Try to, I mean, I think anyway, you get skirmishers out there. I think it helps with casualty reduction a good bit on your side. The skirmishers kind of soak up more of the enemy gunfire. Stop these guys. Come on. You got a whole bunch of skirmishers out there that'll be pushing that way. Got Got a bunch of skirmishers that'll be right here. That'll be good. A bunch more right here. Now, I do know in the Waterloo product, skirmishers are really, really, really useful. It's kind of the same as in the Grand Tactician battles, is that you could probably get accused of abusing skirmishers a little bit. Let's go ahead and deploy some more. They're going to come at us over here a little bit. Right here, right here, right here. Okay. Good. Good. Regiments will be behind him. Kind of tucked in behind. We'll go ahead. Let's get a whole skirmisher line out here. Let's see how this helps us. I'm interested to kind of test this out. I think they might run forward and charge. Is what they might end up doing with that. We'll see. Let's do one more here. Boom. And then we'll just keep skirmishers engaged on this side. Kind of doing the same thing over this way. Alright, where is Claiborne? Nope, that's Withers' troops. Okay, Withers, why don't I take command of you? Have you come here. More Cheatam's troops up. More guns. Unlimbering. Good. Okay. Get the center of the line. Pushed ahead here and here. Good, good. I like these groups of guns staying where they are. Everybody else is fine here. Not sure where these guys are going. What are you guys doing? Okay. Okay, they're going willy-nilly. Let's do this. Let's put these guys over here. Let's have this battery help out. Maybe we can drive these cav off finally. Don't see them attacking this side of the line anymore. Ooh, we got them in a kerfuffle. A real kerfuffle. Advance. Skirmishers advance. See, there's a bunch of these skirmishers that are getting themselves shot up pretty bad. So I'm seeing that. Come on, boys. Where is... Okay, Withers, he was coming over here. Very good. Cheatam. Alright, he's still in pretty good shape. And, who we got here? Who is this? Maney's Brigade? What are you guys doing? Oh, they were going around here the same as those guns were. What are you guys doing? Let's put them in these woods right here. Cheatam is going to detach a unit over on the left. Fine. That's a little funny. Not quite sure about that one. Not quite sure what was going on there. Not quite sure why that happened. Clayburn's division. That's who I was interested to look at. Let's get him in the mix. Well, let's get him up here with these guns. Let's have this supply wagon make the rounds. Okay, we got some of them running. And then I would say, too, we need to get the supply wagons down here with the men. Whew. Whew. Skirmishers running off. See, I don't think they helped us that much. Okay, probably bad for our health to come over this rise here. If we're going to build a line from this point, we're probably going to build it on the opposite side of this kind of swale here, and then most likely anyway, we'll put the artillery, we'll post it here, and then everybody else will come try to hide down around here. Boy, death around the Harding house. This is crazy stuff, man. Got the artillery doing a whole bunch of the work over here. Now we'll engage with our line regiments there. Good. Okay, how are we looking overall now? All right, casualties coming online just a little bit better. We got, you know, way too many points. Way too many points. Okay. Yeah, I never did understand that force march button. I've always kind of avoided it. So there's a mistake with Scourge of War Gettysburg skirmish setting, I guess. They take more casualties but make less damage. Oh, okay. Well, good to see that. The bugle button, attack march, would force the unit to move forward without turning off the AI. Oh, okay. So, yeah, you're helping me as you're seeing me try to TC units and force them to go forward. Yeah, appreciate that. That helps. So, let's say I want to keep them moving. Attack march, so boom, attack march. Okay, so you gotta hit it and then hit it. So they will move ahead without stopping, without me having to TC. That's something you, hey man, you learn something new every day. Hey. Let's do it here. Attack march, attack march, attack march. Okay, we got this wagon here. Let's go ahead and start walking it down the line. We'll try to hit everybody. You know, folks, they're turned off when they watch Scourge of War and they're playing it. When things get real confused in here and the lines start crisscrossing and all that business, folks get a little turned off by that, and I get it, I understand that. What I always try to do is, you know, you'll see that in my streams, but when I put out the actual Battle Epic vids with soundtrack and dramatization and all that stuff, what I'll try to do is clean all that up and then edit in the content. Let's go ahead, move up there, move up there. Solid core Union troops that continues to hold out near the Harding house. Jeez, what a battle. Let's check how ammo's used up here. I think we're still doing pretty good. Yep. Ooh, we got some tough troops holding the line here now. Let's retreat with this unit right here. Come forward here. Let's retreat with this unit here. Okay. We're stacked up. We may have to make the same move that we did before with these guns. See, now they've got pretty good artillery support too, with a whole brigade or brigade and a half of infantry who can fight on the line. Decent troops. Okay. Supply wagon, get it on the move. Could it be in jeopardy? Tough to tell. Form column and get right there. Let's get in the line. Get in the line of fire. We want as many muskets on the line of fire as we can get. Go. And let's go here. Double time. Let's go here. Double time. This firing line, we just got to saturate them. Try to saturate them. Get everybody up here. Just run everybody up to the firing line. Not ahistorical to do a thing like that necessarily. Boys out on the flank, the 6th and 7th Arkansas. Kind of tired. The wild back and forth kind of firefight right here. I'll tell you what, we cleared out just a little bit of space. Let's do the same thing with our guns that we did before. Bring them up. Bring them up. Right here. Right here. Let this be a coup de grace. Let's bring these guns out. And let's post them right here. Go, go, go. Let's run there. We're going to have to keep one of these batteries over here, so we'll just bring one here. Okay, so we can't get those guys in on the firing line right now. Fine. Whew! Crowd of rebel troops over here fighting in the center. Stones River continues in a bloody fight that leaves me wondering how we may be able to finish this thing. How we'll wind out, what the eye test will tell us. Right now, it's coming at a high cost. Come on, boys. Let's double time it. Let's double time it. Get those guns on the move. Yeah? Let's get this ammo wagon on the move right here. Double time it. Go on. Whew! Whew! Come on, boys. Giving it a little bit of a break from the artillery fire. Retreat. 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 Then you boys fall back to here. Double time. Okay. That was actually pretty well timed, I think, as we pushed off these infantry units right here and here. Let's go ahead and retreat with this unit. Try to get this one in the action. Get the commander to do that. Run the supply wagon this way. And get these guns to roll out and get to business. Let's take this unit. Let's take 100 men. Let's get right over here, double quick. As these guns roll out, we're going to need to protect them. Alright, here we go, baby. And then let's get to firing canister, fellas. All right, well, I guess we'll just do shell and round shot. Okay. So, no, I want you to switch to shell, please. Or case shot. Case shot. Shrapnel, as it were. And that'll get us closer to a victory on this part of the field, anyway. Take them off of AI control, or give them back to the AI, rather. Let's fall back. Fall back. God, these guys have really been ripping us a new one over there. Retreat. Same here, you do that. Got these guns coming up there, good. Blammo. Oof. Boy, oh boy. This has really been a big, big advance. How are we doing now? Okay. You know, still casualties are too high. Casualties are too high for my liking. Got Maney's brigade over here. Let's go ahead. Let's bring him out in line and attack the rest of this cavalry. Get it on the move. That'll probably be something we start the next video or the next stream with. And we'll start to hopefully bend the line all the way around and try to maybe get McCown and Maney. Maney is a detached unit, and maybe start to wrap. We may have to have McCown attack whatever's here with Polk and Maney is what we may end up having to do. Let's go ahead and retreat. Routed skirmisher unit. It's double time to here. Let's get back in the woods with these guys. Didn't help as much over here as we might have liked. Still cannon. Oh my gosh. Terrible cannon fodder over here. Whew. Well, I think that we could notch a success here in the center as we'd expected. It comes at pretty high cost. And we're not totally done yet. But that'll mark off a little over 2 more hours, or a little under 2 hours more of battle here at Stones River. That's probably going to do it for me on the stream here tonight, gents. Once again, if you guys all been watching all this time, you're the best. I appreciate you guys so much, man. Hit that thumbs up button for me. If you're new watching this in the published recorded version, do subscribe. Appreciate you for that. Hype the video, hype the stream, and remember to hit the notification bell to find out the next time I drop a video and stream just for you. I am Bank